Namaste Gurukunians. In the last video, we learned about the pictogram, which is the one of the method to represent the data. And today we discuss the another method to represent the data, that is bar graph. In today's video, we discuss about the bar graph, construction of bar graph, and example of bar graph. And the first, we start with the bar graph. And bar graph is a chart with rectangular bars. You have to notice the word rectangular bars of equal width with their length proportional to their values. How we represent? Let's discuss. To represent a bar, first of all we have to construct two lines which are mutually perpendicular each other. That is, we have to draw two vertical lines and one perpendicular to each other. And the horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. I repeat again, we have to draw two lines which are perpendicular to each other, and the horizontal lines is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. And the point of intersection of both the lines is represented by origin, or we denote it by the letter O. And now we discuss how we construct the bar. First of all, a rectangular bar of equal width. We have to draw bars like this. Make slightly larger or higher, and next we draw another bar. Let's we draw the three bars. As you see, all of three are rectangular bars and equal width. That's the word equal width. That means the width of these bar should be equal, and their height represent the value. For their value, we may write on y-axis like 10, 20, 30, and 40, 50, 60 and so on. It may be vary upon the given data. I will just write the example 10, but it's not anything. This value represent the data, and this is according to data, given data. And now we'll discuss the rule to construct the bar graphs. Now we discuss the construction of bar graph. As you see that width of the bar graph is equal. Now we discuss the rule for the construction of bar graph. And read the first rule for the construction of bar graph. And the first rule is the width of the bar should be uniform throughout. That means the width, this and this of all the width of all the bar graphs should be equal. As many bar you may draw, but their width should be equal. And then read the next rule for the bar graphs. The gap between the bars should be uniform throughout. That will be the gap. This is the first bar and this is second. And the gap between these bars should be same. As many bar graphs or bars you draw, but their gap between the bars should be remain same. Third is, bar graph can be represented horizontally and vertically. As you see, all these bars are vertical. We may represent the bar in horizontal also. After which we show the pictures of horizontal bars. And the last example is, last rule is, choose the suitable scale to represent the height of the bars. Now, for the height of the bars, we have to choose suitable scale. That we have to look bar graph, look easy to see and easy to represent, and it is easy to read the graphs. Now, we draw the horizontal graph. Let's see the picture. This is the representation of bar graph in the form of horizontal form. As x-axis remain the same and y-axis remain the same, but the bar should be horizontal, and this is called horizontal or representation of horizontal bar graph. And as you see, all these four rules must be same in horizontal and vertical bars. The width of the bar graph should be uniform. The width, this and this should be same, and the gap between the bars remain, this gap remain same. And horizontal and vertical we can draw the graph as your wish and choose suitable scale to determine the height of the data. It's depend upon the given data and your desire or your wish. You can choose your according to your wish. Let's take an example of exercise 17.1, question number 7. First of all, read the question. Given below is the information about the preferred brand of biscuits by a group of peoples. Based upon the information, draw a bar graph. We have to draw a bar graph and taking an appropriate scale. Scale is according to our wish, and we have to read the information and then we have to draw bar graphs. First of all, read the information. And biscuits brand are 5 brands, A, B, C and D, E. And the number of people like brand A is 25, and number of people like B brand 10, number of people like brand C, that is 15, and 30 people like brand D, and 5 people like brand E of biscuits. After drawing the bar graph of this data, we have to answer these two questions also. And we read. First question is, which brand is the most popular among the people, and find the difference between the least and most preferred brand. We can answer this question directly, but we can answer this question based upon the graphs, bar graphs, after drawing the bar graph. First we have to draw bar graph. To draw a bar graph, we have to represent two lines which are perpendicular to each other. One is x-axis and another is y-axis. And as you know, this is the horizon, and this horizontal lines are called x-axis and vertical lines are called y-axis. Now we have to represent the biscuits or number of people, where we have to write biscuits or where we have to write number of peoples. Now we have to represent biscuits and number of people according to your wish. If you represent biscuits as horizontal, then your graph is vertical, and if you represent biscuits on here vertical line, then your bar graph will be horizontal. Let's take the biscuit as here, biscuits with brand A, B, C, D, and here we represent number of people. I write here number of peoples. Now we have to choose a suitable scale to represent this data. As you see that 25, 10, 15, 30 and 5. All these are we can represent in the table of 5. So we have to make the difference between the gaps should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 or 40. You may increase up to, we have 30 is sufficient, but we take one or more 2 extra. Now we have to represent the brand. Take the first, that is A brand, and its value number of people like A is 25, that is here is 25. We have to draw a bar here of the brand A has value 25, so we have to draw in line bar from the value 25 to A. That's the represent of brand A. Now we have to represent the second brand, which is B, and number of people like the number brand B is 10. So we have to draw a bar from here to 10. This is the brand B, which is liked by 10 people. And next we have to go to brand C, which is liked by 15 people. That is 15 here, and from here we have to draw a bar like this. This is the brand C, that is liked by 15 people. Next our brand is D, which is liked by 30 people. Now we have to draw a bar which is liked by 30 people, brand D. And last brand is of biscuits E, which is liked by 5 people. We have to take brand E. You may sketch them or color them according to your wish. This is the representation of the data in the form of bar. We have to draw 5 bars. As you see, these are the 5 bars represent to brands A, B, C, D and their value. Now we solve 2 questions which is asked on the bar graphs. And the first one, which brand is most popular among the people? You have to see the graph and which bar is maximum, whose height is maximum. That brand is mostly liked by people. And which bar is that? D. And the brand D is the most popular among the peoples. Next question is find the difference between the least and the most preferred brand. As you see, this is the bar graph of most people, that of highest height which is liked by most people, and the least which have smallest height is liked by least people. And we have to find the difference between most and the least. Most people like brand E, which is 30, and least is high, and so their difference is 30 minus high. 30 is most likely and high is the least, and that difference is 20 high. Now here we see the next question. First of all, read the question, read the graph and answer the following questions. We have to read the graph and then we have to solve this question. Here we see that name of the cities on Patna, Ambala, Gurugram, Delhi and Jaipur. These are the 5 cities. And here is the number of cars sold in 2012. Now read the first question. What's the information given by the bar graph? The bar graph gives the information. The bar graph represent the number of cars sold in 5 cities in 2012. Next question, how many cars sold in Gurugram? Now we go to the Gurugram and here we draw a line which is so that 3,000, and we can write in group 3. You may write one word answer or you may write a sentence. 3,000 cars sold in Gurugram. This is our second question. Now, next question is, in which city were maximum cars sold? Now you have to see the graph. Which city has maximum length graph? That is Jaipur. Then Jaipur has maximum bar graph. That is bar. So Jaipur is the city. Jaipur city have maximum cars sold. Maximum are sold. And in the last question, in which city 5,000 cars sold? As you see here, this is in Delhi, and we write direct one word. In Delhi, 5,000 cars are sold. Now your chapter is over. If you have any queries, you may ask in the comment group.